Unfortunately, in the last 10 years especially, of those 60, rates have changed a lot, specifically what programmers are charging providers like the Frankfort Plant Board. And because of that, we are now looking at a potential rate increase. And John, I know that's something we need to talk about not only with our customers, but to get a lot of information out there so people really understand where this potential rate increase is coming from.
Well, thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it. You know, it's very reluctantly that the Frankfort Plant Board has to ask, or staff has to ask our board of directors to consider potential rate increases. And we'll talk a little bit later. There is going to be a public meeting February 5th, 5 o'clock, Frankfort Plant Board Clubhouse. We'll get that information again at the end. And we encourage our customers to come out and ask questions. I think that's the great thing about being a municipality or a municipal cable system. It's owned, operated by the people of this community. The decisions are made in this community. And yeah, we're having a hearing. The rates are the rates as far as what we get charged for the programming. But we really, we need input. We want to know what our customers think about not only how we provide service, but the services that we provide and the programming contained in that and those services. So again, very reluctantly that we have to pass this along. You know, over the last several years, and I'm going back to 1998, 1999, as the cable system really needed to be rebuilt. And we wanted to improve not only the reliability of the system, but just the capability of the system. And so the decision makers at that time, and that board of directors, that management team, thought the best thing to do for this community from an economic development standpoint and everything else was to invest heavily in this infrastructure. $30 million was invested into the infrastructure, into the offerings. And what came out of that was you know, broadband, offering a cable modem, internet access, though how we think and use the internet has changed so much since 1998, 1999, when it was first conceived from the offering in town, but also local and long distance phone service, security, a lot of different things. But the one constant through that whole time has been the ever increasing price that we have to pay, and in turn our customers have to pay for our programming, with two major areas being the real drivers of the increases in our programming cost. First, sports programming, and we'll go back to that in a minute. But the other is retransmission consent, our Lexington and Louisville TV stations. You know, it's funny, you started off talking about our 60th year, and you know this because you saw the same letter I did, and going through the archives. And we've got paperwork back to day one, you know, October of 1952, actually even sooner than that, late 51, early 52. And there was a real interesting letter. You remember seeing that letter from Wave TV Louisville, real old letterhead. It was dated October or something, 1952, asking our forerunners, community service, hey, we'd like to be on your system there. We'd love to be carried in Frankfort because
what can we do to
get on? Well, times sure have changed in that. And you know, the TV stations, they're working within the legal rights that they have and the laws that are on the books today as far as TV stations being allowed to seek compensation for the signals. But you know, retransmission consent is tough. We've gone from never having to pay for a Lexington Louisville signal and from 1952 to, you know, December of 2008 to you know, since 2009 we've had to pay for them. Our customers are gonna spend $700,000 this year just to get Lexington Louisville TV stations. And with Harvey and I doing our budgets over the next few years, I mean, it could be as much as $1.5 million, $1.6, $1.7 million just a few years from now. That's just for nine stations, you know, Lexington, Louisville. But the other part of that, like I said on the first part, was sports programming. And so what's the biggest drivers of cost there? Well, you guys, you know, we're all sports fans. We talk about sports here at work and the game the night before and that kind of stuff. It's not, some of it's college sports. You know, these kids don't make any money, but the schools sure do. And as do the networks that carry the NCAA stuff, and you know, and the competition to have those rights for March Madness or the National Football League, Major League Baseball, NASCAR, Olympics, all of those kind of things continue to drive up the costs of sports programming, and those are must-haves. And we know that. That's because that's what we do for a living. But I think most of our customers too will recognize when they really sit back and analyze what it is that they watch. What do they spend most of their time watching? The majority, not all, the majority of our customers are watching Kentucky basketball, Louisville basketball, Louisville football, NFL, some baseball, but and in NASCAR too. That's where our customers are watching, and we've got to help pay for it. And in turn, we have to ask our customers to pay for it. And that's really what it breaks down to. Over the number of years, we have never really, at least since 2001, we haven't really passed on the full increase in our programming cost